Welcome back to Tilted Glory Gaming. Thank you for clicking on the video. Today we are going to start something of a new playlist. This will be the first video in it. I think we're going to call it the Tilt. Basically, it's going to be talking points of things in the gaming industry, whether it be news, whether it be controversial things, whether it be topics on specific games that are, uh, you know, relevant at the moment. That's what you're going to find here. So, today's topic, as you can see uh, in the AI generated response here, is something that I've been discussing with people that I know personally. A lot of which are very like excited for things coming out like Grand Theft Auto 6 or that are excited about Cyberpunk going to the Switch 2, stuff like that. Um, Thinking that that means the Switch 2 is going to be this great console and whatnot. But we're not going to get into the Switch 2 as far as a console, just the things people are looking at. I've also seen some discourse online about what this would mean. But basically, it's the thought process of games being uppriced or sold at a higher valuation, such as $100. A lot of people are saying, GTA 6 is going to be coming out for $100. Um, and that's okay because, now this is not my justification, this is other people's justification, and this is my reason why that's not good. We shouldn't be allowing this. This is not a good precedent to set. Um, but people are saying that's okay because it's going to come with the DLC for the future. They're promising DLC that you will get, and it's all going to be included if you bought the game. Now, while I do like the idea of future DLC being free, if you bought the game, at least certain DLC. So, like the franchise of Monster Hunter made by Capcom, they have title updates. So, new monsters, quests, event quests, harder monsters, stuff like that. They usually support it for about a year or so um, with the free title updates. Now, there's also paid DLC for like cosmetics and stuff alongside that, but the title updates with the monsters in them, the actual content, is free. So I do like the idea. However, Capcom's been doing this for years, decades even, but it's all the same price. Like they don't upcharge the game. Monster Hunter does have a deluxe edition, uh, a super deluxe edition, which I don't agree with, but I think you should have a base edition and deluxe edition. That's it. However, they do have a deluxe edition, but it's cosmetic only. It is nothing to do with actual gameplay, no extra maps, no extra monsters, anything like that. It is only cosmetic. So if you want to buy it, great. But if you don't buy it, you're not missing out on anything other than the look. So again, while it's not perfect, okay? That is not perfect by any means. It still has people that miss out. I understand that. But out of the options that we have, I think it's the best option. Upcharging to guarantee that, I think, is bullshit for a couple different reasons. For instance, last year, Valve came out and said they're going to crack down on DLC stuff. Basically, battle passes and promised DLC would be getting pushed back or moved to wherever, and they cracked down on their rules uh, on Steam itself for developers and um, companies putting their games on Steam. If you offer DLC and you say it's going to be out in this time frame, and you offer a pre-order where essentially they pay for it prior, and it doesn't come out, I think they give you the option of moving it one time within a certain window, and then if it doesn't come out, you have to refund. It is a 100% refund guarantee. Um, anyways, here's basically an article covering it. Steam has introduced new guidelines for season passes, aiming to enhance transparency for gamers purchasing downloadable content. The changes affecting how developers communicate about past content will require detailed disclosure of included items and expected release dates. Okay, so you might be saying, well, that's not exactly the same thing. Well, I think it's going to be because essentially that's what they're doing. They're selling you a season pass when you buy the game. But when you buy the game, most companies do not know when their DLC is going to come out. They might have a time frame for some of it, but not all of it. So I don't think it is a good thing to think that companies are actually going to have your actual interests in mind when they're selling you the game, and they're going to be able to tell you, yep, for the next year we're covering this game. There's going to be this DLC this date, this DLC this date, this DLC this date. Yes, they might have a roadmap, but the amount of times that a roadmap changes um, for game development and DLC development for a game that's already out, it's very common. Very, very common. It's also very common that DLC gets canceled because the game doesn't do well. What do you do then? You just paid extra money for DLC that you're not getting. Okay? Again, the big one that I've seen a lot of people say is Grand Theft Auto 6. Again, my pushback against that is you've not played the game yet. Everyone's like, oh, the game's going to be great. Okay, franchises make stinkers all the time, okay? There's no guarantee you're going to like the game or be interested in the DLC that they're coming out with. I just think it's a very bad argument. The one that kind of got me thinking about it and had me bring this up to people that I knew to see what they thought about this was actually Cyberpunk being released on the Switch 2 as the Ultimate Edition. Um, and it's like $1 cheaper than it is on Steam for the Ultimate Edition if you buy it on Switch 2. It's also coming, uh, launch day, which is cool, I suppose, for anyone who buys it. I don't know who's buying it. Good for you if you are, but I won't be. So, but if you look, Cyberpunk on Steam, you can get it for $60. It's on sale right now, 8% off for 83. But this at least gives you the option. Hey, I want to buy the base game, but I'm not interested in essentially the DLC right here. Okay, you can buy the base game, or maybe you don't have the extra money where you only want to buy the base game. You don't have the extra money for the DLC yet, so you're not going to buy it. You're going to wait. The only thing that this is doing, putting the Ultimate Edition with the Ultimate Edition pricing, okay, for a game that's going to run worse. They've already said it's going to run 30 to 40 FPS is what they're targeting. 30 being for quality mode and 40 being for performance. It's going to run worse, and they're only giving you the option to buy the Ultimate Edition. You cannot buy the regular game. You can't buy the base game. So they're just forcing you to pay money. That's all they're doing. So people in sales do this a lot. And if you've ever been in sales, if you've ever been in retail or anything like that, where you've gone to any kind of training, you'll understand They try and sell you this song and dance, but if you have a good head on your shoulders, you can put it all together. Most upselling techniques are just scummy business practices that they want you to do. Oops. My foot hit my light. That's funny. Um, most upselling techniques are just scummy business practices. They want you to drink the Kool-Aid and actually, you know, make you feel like it's okay that you're pushing this product. Even though you may know that the customer can't really afford it, the customer's really not interested, the product might not be worth it. A couple different things they use. A big one for gaming is FOMO, fear of missing out. If you aren't aware of the meaning of FOMO, but essentially that's kind of the thing Nintendo's doing. They have all these relatively good IPs, um, and if you aren't buying day one, you're missing out. That's it. It's selling by the fear of you're not going to be in the click like everybody else is. You're gonna, you know, be in afterwards, and by that time, it's gonna be dead. So that's what they're preying on there. Another big one. I see this at my job. If you don't know, I work at a garage. I'm a manager for a garage. Uh, we have sales guys come in and they'll ask you about your personal life. Hey, how's the family? How are the kids? You do any golfing this summer yet? You go picnicking. You guys, have any vacations this year? Oh, how'd that go? They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. It- they're just trying to make a connection there that you feel something. They feel nothing. They don't care because they get paid off commission. Okay, that's how that is. Another one that they try and have us push, which I despise, and I don't push it at all. I hate it. You can't pay me enough to try and push this shit. Cents per day as opposed to actual cost. They have you try and push that in the automotive industry a lot. Where this tire is $100 and this tire is 120, they want you to sell the 120 and then justify it as, well, if you break it down over the 3 years you're going to own the tires, you know, per day it's only a penny more per day. That doesn't matter if you don't have the damn money. If you don't have the money the day you're buying the tires, 1 penny per day for the next 3 years doesn't mean shit. Okay? So that's all this is. It's a scummy business practice. It's a sales technique to try and get you to spend more money. That's all it is. Excuse me. So if they put out, okay, CD Projekt Red has there's no reason they can't put out the base game with the Ultimate Edition. Okay, there's no reason why Grand Theft Auto, if it, when it does launch, that it can't have a base game, and if they want to do a game that, a version of the game that comes with all the DLCs guaranteed, they can do that version as well. That's fine. Okay, but you need to offer a base game. Okay, because all they're doing with this is they're saying, well, if we put the normal base game out, okay, let's just say for round numbers sake, okay, for round numbers sake, we're going to say the base game is $60 and for all these, okay, $60 base game or $80 for ultimate or the one that comes with the DLC. So if we give base game $60, we put that out and we put out the ultimate beside it, customers have the option to spend 60 or 80. Okay? Now I ask you, if you are a company, is it better if a consumer buys the $60 game or the $80 game? If the content's already made, or if it's already determined what's going to be in it, is it better to have the customer spend 60 or 80? It's obviously better if the customer spends 80. More money, especially if the content's already made, such as it is with CG Project Red with Cyberpunk. So by offering the base game, if anyone buys the base game, they lose money on that sale, as opposed to what they could have made. If they only, sorry about that, my nose is just itchy. Um, if they only offer the Ultimate Edition, again, scummy business practice. If they only offer this edition at $80, again, I don't remember the exact monetary amount that they're launching it for, but 60 and 80 is just easy round numbers we're using. If they offer it at $80 and no base game, you are forced to buy the higher valued game. You're forced to spend the 80 rather than the 60. They don't give you a choice. So there's a 100% guarantee for the upsell every time. That's the problem. Okay? They're just maximizing how much you spend on it. What's the point of making DLC if you don't know if people are going to buy it? We can make any DLC, but if people aren't going to buy it, what's the point of making it? Oh, I know. We force them to pay for it ahead of time when they buy the game. Not knowing what the DLC is going to look like, what it's going to be, final product, we don't care. If we're going to make it, we're going to charge for it right out the front just to buy the game. And that's bullshit. Okay? You should be able to buy a game and the DLC separate at a minimum. I never thought I'd be arguing to be able to have payable DLC. That's how far we've come in gaming at this point. 15 years ago, I would have said, why is there DLC? Why is it not in the game? Which I still believe, but in gaming, that's just the way things have gone. I don't agree with it. I think everything should be at a minimum the way Monster Hunter does it. Okay? And I will praise Capcom for this. They have their problems. Capcom has their problems. Okay? They do not make perfect games. They do not have a perfect structure of things. That there's a lot of things that are not perfect about Capcom. So don't think that I'm just glazing Capcom here. But in this aspect, they do it the correct way. Many other companies, I'd say darn near all other companies, do it in a way that is good for the company, bad for the consumer, and they don't care because you're going to spend the money. Stop spending the money. Stop spending the money on this bullshit that we're going to make you buy the DLC regardless of whether or not you want it. I don't know. I've never played Cyberpunk, okay? I'm one of those people where the game comes out like trash, okay? And oh my gosh. Cyberpunk is like a little thing for me. The game came out like trash. Everyone shit on the game saying, that the company screwed you. It wasn't what they promised. It's so many bugs. Nothing's like what they said. And then 6 months, a year later, they're like, "Oh yeah, I've been playing this game since launch. It's really good." Well, your review said it was bad and told people not to buy it. Oh yeah, but it's good now. I've been playing it since launch and it's really come a long way. Well, I didn't buy it because you said it was bad. Well, it was bad. Okay, do not reward them. Stop rewarding these companies for launching games in shit states and then we'll fix it over time. Okay? No Man's Sky did this as well, and people love No Man's Sky now. But that game was garbage when it came out, and everybody shit on it. You know, yes, you can praise the developer for saying, "Hey, our bad. You know, it didn't come out how you guys wanted it to. We're gonna fix this." Pull the game, refund the money, fix the game, relaunch it. Oh, but that's not possible. Not my problem. You're the company. You made the product. You fix it. Period. In closing, here, charging people for the DLC day one with either no DLC already made is bullshit. Not even knowing if the game's going to do well and going to be around for more than 6 months. Look at Concord. Issues with that game, whatever. But I'm neither here nor there for it because it wasn't really on my radar. But I know there are people that, you know, I guess enjoyed it. I don't know. I just wasn't on my radar. I have no dog in the fight. But just look at that game. Look at Anthem. These guys, these games died before they were anything. Um, Anthem, I did have hope for, but EA. So I think it was It was EA, right? Sticks in my mind that it was EA. I don't remember. It's been a while now, but the other thing is, you might not want the DLC, and if you don't want the DLC, you shouldn't be forced to pay for it, just because they will not let you buy the base game. Scummy business practice. Don't support it. I'm not. I mean, it's your money. You do what you want with it. I don't agree. And I think if we allow them to do this, if we allow them to get away with stuff like this, they're going to keep doing it. And that goes back into FOMO, fear of missing out. People are going to buy it because they're afraid, oh, I want to buy it day one because I want to have it day one because I want to do this and that and the other thing. And what if Johnny over there gets it and I don't have it? And I just got Johnny from right here, but right here on the website. But where's Johnny? Um, anyways, Johnny's gonna get it. I'm not gonna have it. I'm gonna look like a schmuck. Whatever. No, just don't support scummy business practices. Period. Okay. Now I'm gonna go do something more fun. I'm gonna launch up like Monster Hunter Wilds or Space Marine 2 or Kazan or something like that and have a good time. I hope you guys too. We'll see you next time. Don't forget, if you liked the video, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment. Bye.